I'm driving in a lot of drizzle right now. It's a very wet morning here in central Minnesota, and I'm driving to a Casey's gas station, which is a typical stop for me before I go fishing. I'm get something to drink and I don't know, a snack to hold me over, but I'm gonna be fishing for about 4 hours. Going to the same lake I've been going to every day this week, and I am probably, the way that conditions are, we got temperatures, air temperatures in the low 60s. I think the water temperature is like mid 70s, mid to low 70s right now. Great conditions for moving baits. I'm gonna try to throw a buzz bait today, I think. Spinner bait, maybe primarily a buzz bait today, because the conditions are so ideal. So that's what my plan is. And you know, the first step though is to get something to eat and drink. Let's get loaded. I need something really healthy. Perfect. And a healthy drink. That'll work. 0 sugar. How are you doing? Oh, the contactless card removed prematurely. It's an unfortunate problem I have. Yeah. Oh my God, it's drizzling like crazy. I'm sorry, but I still just love looking at my boat. This is like one of the greatest feelings in the whole wide world, walking down to the dock, getting into a boat, the anticipation of a great fishing day. I mean, seriously, not much better than this. Alrighty, back at it, officially on the lake right now, and I am going to head over to the same area that I fished yesterday. Same big flat, but I'm gonna fish outside now. Outside, not as shallow, so I'm gonna be outside fishing the coontail, the milfoil, the more sporadic stuff, isolated stuff with a spinner bait. If I see like surfacing action, I'll probably tie on a buzz bait. It's actually a very high likelihood I'll tie on a buzz bait today. So it's kind of weird, my windshield I can't see out of, it's so drizzly. That's kind of a new thing. Maybe need to get some windshield wipers, but first things first, let's catch some bass, y'all. Oh, I love that sound. All right, let's get after it. Yeah, I gotta turn this off. There. Oh my God, I just missed one right there. Darn it. I moved in a little shallower. I mean, and I finally got a bite. I am absolutely beating a dead horse here. I can't get anything going. They don't want the spinnerbait. I've tried shallow. I was primarily fishing deeper, but I think I'm gonna try something a little odd. I'm gonna rip a lipless crankbait through this flat. And sometimes, especially in the early fall, in the fall, a lipless crankbait in scattered grass like this can be really awesome. It can generate a reaction strike. So I think I'm going to tie one on. All right, we got the lipless crankbait tied on. This is actually a Strike King Red Eye Shad. This is a 1/2 ounce, I believe, which is standard, you know, lipless crankbait size, you know, 1/2 ounce. So that's what I'm using. This is a sexy shad color. Shows up pretty well in this stained green, algae kind of green water. And I'm just going to be casting this around these scattered coontail patches, milfoil patches. Well, the fishing has been really tough, and we had that front move through last night, and it's just been drizzling all day today. I haven't got anything. The temperature, the water temperature, I noticed it was like in the mid 70s basically when I started out fishing on this lake, and now it's dropped into, I mean, the first day that I came out here, now it's dropped down to 70-degree water temperature. So it's like in the mid 70s, now it's 70. They're definitely in a funk right now. So when fish are in a funk, I go to my tried and true. I mean, this is a no-brainer, but I'm telling you, what is that? That's a 7-inch Berkley power worm, Texas rig, 3/0 hook, offset, extra wide gap. It's a Berkley Fusion hook, and that's a Strike King tungsten weight, and I believe that is a 1/4 ounce. So I'm gonna be throwing this the rest of the day, slowing down. I'll be just like pitching this thing. I'll be swimming it real slow. And I'm gonna try fishing this flat with this worm, you know, pitching around the coontail and the milfoil. If that doesn't work, I'll go to the docks over on the other side here. So that is the plan. Wish me luck. I just missed a fish there, and he took my tail. It's the most action I've had in a very long time. All right, well, this spot is not panning out, and I gotta figure out where the heck I can catch a bass at. Oh my Lord, talk about a difference in days. I am really struggling today. Really struggling today. I can't get anything going, obviously. I fished this whole flat, fast-moving bait. Started with a spinnerbait, then a lipless crankbait, then slowed down with the Texas rig worm. I mean, Lord, can't even catch them on a Texas rig worm. So there's an offshore spot. It's like a hump out here. I'm kind of curious, never fished it before. I'm gonna go try it out. I'm just gonna drag that worm around a little bit. And if that doesn't pan out, I'm gonna hit some docks real quick. So hopefully doing those two things, I'll catch a bass. Man, I'll say basically today, if I catch a bass, I feel somewhat successful. image. This looks like we got a rock. Looks like we got a rock shoal over here. We got a buoy that says danger rocks. I mean, that's an indicator. Looks really, really good with that worm. So here we go. There's a fish. There's a fish. Nice largemouth. Nice large. So I knew this had to have some fish in it here. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my God, finally. Lord, this is such an awesome looking area here. Finally catch a largemouth. Come here, bud. Oh my Lord. Come here, come hither. Come upon my thumb. Oh, finally, okay. Yes. That took entirely too long. Oh my goodness gracious. And he was just never coming off. Never, ever coming off. Thank you. Not a bad largemouth there. I mean, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous looking spot here. It's basically, it's just a big hump, and it's got coontail on the top of it, basically throughout the whole hump, but the coontail goes away at about 5 feet, and my boat's in about 7 feet, and it's a good edge of the coontail. Easy to fish, plenty of places to pitch this worm and fish cleanly. And it's just, I mean, Lord, this is what you want to find as far as a place that's easier to fish, that's kind of concentrated, around it. There's no other coontail. It's just like right here, and a good sharp break. Easy edge to fish. I mean, it's everything you could ask for. There's a fish. Golly, right on the edge. All right, they seem to be in the thicker coontail. They're not in this sporadic stuff out away from the hump. There is some coontail, out away from the top of this hump. But they seem to be, at least, the two that I've caught so far, right at the edge of this coontail. The top of the hump, basically. Not the top, but the edge of the top of the hump, if that makes any sense. And how I'm working this, or how I'm rigging it, so this is, again, this is a 7-inch black power worm. You could probably tell that it's black. And I'm just rigging it Texas rigged, like so. And I've got it pegged. I like having the weight pegged. It's just, I feel like it's, if you're pitching to weeds, you know, pitching to a hole or something like that, having that weight, you know, right up tight to the head of the worm, just makes sure, you know, makes it so it's, you know, going to where you want it to go. If you had this just sliding, it's not as a compact of a presentation, and you can't get into little tiny holes and stuff like that. I just like it to be compact, and it's just easier to get into tight areas that way. So that's the setup right there. I'm using 8-pound Berkeley 100% fluorocarbon, and then I'm just, you know, using, this is a Fenwick Elite Tech. It's a Fenwick Elite Tech bass, and it's a 7-foot medium fast action rod. It's a great rod for worming. I'm using 8-pound test, like I said. Really, I mean, it's fine, but 10-pound is probably better for this, because a lot of times you're making pretty hard hook sets and fishing heavier cover. You want a little bit more stout line to get the fish out. But that's my setup. This is a Stratic FL 2500, and it really is a perfect setup. I use this. This is my bread and butter setup for tubing for smallmouth, and it's also just a great worming rod. Well, that's gonna be a wrap. That is unbelievable. I absolutely fished the hell out of that hump and was only able to catch 2 fish. Not very big fish, but it just shows you what a difference a day can make. I mean, yesterday was on fire, today not so much. So that is fishing. Glad you came along. Thanks for watching the video. Like the video if you liked the video. Subscribe, follow. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next video.